and I am a happy camper.
That's where it will go. Did you break it?
So finally our package for our Christmas in July arrived in November. So that's good. Here we are. We have it. Have our tool. So let's start this. Have a dashboard. Now, for you the keen observers might have noticed that this is beige and we need red, so we have a solution. We have to give this a good clean because you see it's like extremely dirty, and we'll have to paint this red anyway. We're gonna change the color to red. We have to replace this pocket here with our lane change and our signals here, and we got a plug for free. We got a couple of plugs actually. Now the only thing that it's missing to get is the insulation piece here for the head-up display that goes in between this plastic and the head-up display, and that's pretty much it. We have pretty much a brand new dashboard, so thumbs up. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna do is gonna remove the extra pieces that we don't necessarily need because, well, we have them already in the car. First thing to go is the airbag, so we'll just take this out. We're gonna remove this extra plugs that they just cut it out without removing, and all the stream parts, this thing here, and as you can see there's this duct that is completely loose. That might be broken, one of the tabs, but we can replace this with the one that we have in the car. And I believe that we actually have for free a speaker, because I think they just cut the wires and there's something attached. So I think under this we have a speaker. So anyway, we're gonna just remove all those parts and then gonna give a full cleanup of this dash, remove all the dirt because it's covered on dirt. And start preparing for the paint. Cool. As suspected, we have a free speaker. We have the head-up display cover. This is actually something that unexpected. I thought we didn't have to replace this, but after further inspection, this plug is broken. So we are definitely gonna have to remove this airbag and use the one that we have in the car. So we don't have any airbag to give away after all. You know what? I think for this, we're gonna have to use tools. So what I wanna do now is remove this duct. I should have not plugged it in before, so I have more room to take out the airbag. You know, power tools. Okay, so to remove this, there's this tab that you need to push down, and that one, and then just pull out the full duct. It comes out with a little bit of a fight, but it does come out. So we're gonna keep removing all these plugs, all this wire attachments that seem to be everywhere. and the airbag. That's it. If somebody wants an airbag, let us know. Just fair warning, it's broken. So now we're gonna move to remove the this pocket thingy here. Now for removing this, we're gonna flip this around again. So how to remove this thing? There are two screws right up here, you can see. And what they do is they remove this cover here, which is kind of like sandwiches the box to the dash. Okay, so now that the screws are off, we come on this side, and you see this plate here. We just need to pull it out like that. So this gets removed, and then just pull out this whole pocket, and that's it. So we put this somewhere else, and we got another part. If somebody needs it, let us know. We'll ship it to you. We have to remove this entire thing. We will also remove it because we don't want to paint this part. So how do you remove this part? I have no clue. I think you just pry it out. Pull it down from the top and on the sides here until it goes out. As you see, there's a lip here. All around here there's a lip, and same thing here on the top. On the inside, this lip goes inside the dashboard here, but you just pull it down, and then on the sides go all your way around, and there you go. Everything that's beige will go red. Everything else stays black. We are also going to attempt to remove this support, which I don't think there are any screws holding this, which is gonna be a little bit more difficult to deal with. But yeah, we cannot remove this. So this bracket would have been perfect if we could have removed, but it's attached with heat to the other piece of the dash. So what we're gonna have to do is just mask it and spray it over it, because we don't have any, there's no other choice. Now it's time to give it a thorough cleanup, because this is filthy. It's really disgusting. We're gonna clean inside these ducts as well, because as you can see, there's a lot of dirt, and I don't know if I want to breathe this. Today has been a day full of surprises. We have now our second special delivery, which is the most special delivery we could have been waiting for. Have a brand new 6W bleed cluster with a head-up display plug. So now we have all the plugs we need, and I am a happy camper.
That's where it will go. Did you break it?
After a good cleanup, this is looking way better. So now all the dirt is gone. It actually looks new. Everything looks perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just remove the paint. Well, not remove it, but scuff it, just like this. So we have just enough so we can put paint on it, and we'll go from there. So far, looking good. Very good results. So to remove this grills here in the top of the dashboard. You just need to put something in here, and there are 2 tabs, well 4, one here, here and here, but these ones that are in the back, they kind of like go like that and in, so they just kind of like make this thing pivot up. What you need to do is just pry here and remove those 2 tabs and then pull it up and out. So I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Here you can see the tab. So that's one tab and the other one is right there. Once the tabs are there, you just need to press them in and they will just release up and out. That. Now we have some sort of room to clean that up. Well, it's already dark out. I'm still cleaning this. So now I have opted to go to Q-tip, since this seems to be the only way to be able to reach these little grills. Nothing else fits in there. So the way I shall continue doing this. We were able to clean this one pretty much. This was cleaned up. This one is good now. Ducts and all the other parts as well. All cleaned and looking nice. We have these parts as well. We are going to probably reuse the one that is in the car, not this one. But who knows? We'll see. I started removing the paint from this part of the dash and I got really deep into the black part, but as I was doing that I read somewhere that it's better to have some sort of base coat on it. The reason why is because we're gonna use this LVP refinisher, which is the color code for our BMW interior. As you can see here is 19 Coral Red, which is this our color, but it's pretty dark, like it's way dark. So to avoid that, you have to put a light base coat, and on that, when you apply the coat, I did a little bit here, now this is looking much more closer to the actual red color of my dash. So I'm not gonna remove the paint. That was the original idea, but turned out is a bad idea. And I also discovered that here there's a 34, which makes me think that this dashboard used to belong to an F34, since mine says 32. Anyway, I think it's not gonna be a problem. Everything is gonna fit, because his memory doesn't fail me. The dashboard is exactly the same thing. I think the inclination is exactly the same. So hopefully, cross my fingers, and I hope I don't jinx myself, this will work. Otherwise, I will make it work. I don't know how, but I will make it work. We're gonna start masking up following the OEM lines. So we're gonna just tape everything that we can on the black part, so we don't stain anything here. So it's gonna be a pretty easy masking job. Later on, we're gonna put like some newspapers or something on the back of it, so we don't have any spill. Same thing here. We'll try to cover this up somehow. Alright, so we're ready for paint. Adrian's here to give us a hand, as usual. First thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna give a little sand like pass here, just to create a good addition on the plastic, and then we're just gonna clean it with some alcohol to remove the dust and stuff like that. So this shouldn't be like extremely long to do, but we're just gonna do it quickly. Anything that has to do with paint, the good finish will be guaranteed by the amount of preparation that you do. So the more you clean it up and prepare the surface, the better it will look, and the paint will adhere better, of course. So that's what we're doing right now. I give this a little test run to see the paint match, and it's perfect. I use this section and compare it with the cover of the light underneath the dash, and it's perfect. Okay, so we're gonna use our LVP refinisher as we had before, and yeah, I'm gonna give it my cameraman. Alright. So what we're gonna do is just one pass, very light coats, and in between coats, 10 minutes time. Let's start with this non-visible area.
How many cans of paint do you think this will take?
According to the material, 1 can of paint should be enough, but I got 2 just in case.
Nice. Yeah, you don't want to run out.
Yeah, we know about running out of product.
Once this dashboard's all nice and painted up, it's gonna go into this beast right here.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, if you're gonna change the color of your dashboard from, let's say, a black one to a red one, you definitely need to put some base coat first. White, or in this case beige, it's perfect for us, because if you notice here, where I completely remove the color just to test, you see how much more paint I'm gonna have to use here to make it red, while the rest of the dashboard is already kind of starting to look the natural color that it's gonna be needed. But here you can definitely tell that black, it's gonna be really hard to fade out. So keep that in mind. All right. Seems to be dry now. It's looking perfect. Extremely well matched. And now we're ready for installing it right here. So we're just gonna give it one quick last QA. Control, I would say. And yeah, like every single little crevice looks red. Don't have any more beige anywhere as far as I can see, but you know, and still you can still see the black in here, but well, you learn from your mistakes. So I think we have accomplished our mission. This is looking beautiful. So now we just need to wait and install it. But overall, it's looking great. There are a few parts that, you know, maybe I'll touch up later. You know, here little still beige areas that, you know, need a little bit of touch up. Like here, for example, this one is going to be visible, and that I know that dot is going to annoy me forever, so I will definitely address that at home with a Q-tip or something. and the same thing here in between this area. So it shouldn't be too hard, but that's it. Okay, so air ducts are back in. Put this one in and the other one as well. We also put this one back. And now the only thing left to do is just install it in the car. We're gonna leave this out. And okay, it's looking great. It's a little bit of red dust everywhere though, so maybe just a little rag to clean it up will do the trick. But there we go. So we're getting closer and closer. Okay, so doing a quick comparison side by side, and as I said, I didn't want to cut the dashboard because, well, first of all, let's see, this thing, as you see, just loosey there. This one has a new support, so it kind of like holds there when everything is tight. This just doesn't move. Now, on the others, now for the things that actually matter, and the reason why I didn't want to cut the dashboard was, you see this tube here, this pipe goes under the windshield, and it has this fence here that distribute air somewhere. And if I cut it, if we look on the original dashboard, we have the same duct, but we will have to cut it here, like following this line here. And I wasn't too happy with that because, you know, too much. Now the other reason, the most important one, is that this duct comes all the way here, and underneath this other two, you have the duct that goes to the side window. And that is a problem because that you wouldn't have air on that side. So if we see on the head-up display one, we have this other duct that goes on top of the cluster, goes down, and connects to that grill. Make this hole here, you know, kind of like this, and they make the holes. But the problem of doing that is that they don't have this bracket, and this bracket is where the cover will attach to it. These things, and this thing will be forever jiggling around unless you cut the dashboard not up to here, but you cut it here, and then you create these holes inside the trim. So when you do that, the problem is that the cover doesn't sit flush with this. It will always be a little bit higher up, and it doesn't really look well. That's the main reason why I didn't want to cut the dashboard. So anyway, now you have here the side-by-side comparison. And by the way, I thought that this 34 meant for the F34, but no, it's not that, because this one came out of my car and it's a 33, unless it's an F33, I don't know. Who knows? So anyway, also see the color here. This is the old dashboard, all red, and this is the new red, which I like way much more. Interesting fact is that this red matches the doors, the door cards, and that one doesn't, which I never realized until now. So now the door cards match the dashboard. What we're gonna do is gonna transfer this thing to this dashboard. We're gonna transfer this vent to the new one, and then we're gonna just keep putting like the airbag and all the other stuff in the car. So that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys for sticking around and looking at our adventures with the unpacking, moving things around, cleaning, and doing all this masking thing that I really thought it was gonna be easier, but no, it was painful to do. On the next episode, I am going to install the dashboard in the car, put the cluster and the digital cluster, put the head-up display, as well as code it. If you guys are interested in participating in the raffle for the iCarly reader for iOS, just leave us a comment below and you're automatically into the contest. This thing is really cool for doing easy coatings and like diagnostics on the road, maybe some even troubleshooting. Sometimes it helped us kind of understand what's going on with the car while we're driving it. I want to remind you also that our friends at retrofitmattbeamer.com have given us this promo code that you could use to get MBT units or EVOs and that kind of stuff. If you are interested in retrofitting, they also have some codes and stuff like that. So go check them out and use that promo code. So thanks again for joining us, and we hope that you come back for our next episode. So until then, bye.